first episode.
Yes.
Welcome to the first episode of the Smoke Shop. I'm Jesse, I'm your host. This is Zach.
What's up, yo?
He's either going to be a co-star or a guest. I'm not sure yet. You could be the co-host.
Yeah, could be.
Because you're here all the time.
Yeah.
So
Living here now, so
yeah,
makes me here all the time.
that would be fantastic. I need a co-host.
Yeah, co-host on the show.
What?
Podcast. I go co-host on the podcast.
I mean, because Isaac, I don't think Isaac's going to want to be the co-host on a smoking podcast.
Yeah, plus he's working all the time.
Exactly. And Jackson, my buddy, he didn't want to do it either. He said he'd be a guest, though.
Yeah.
This is not what the set will always look like. This is just the first episode. We're getting a table. We're stocking up on weed. We're getting shit for the shelves. And we're getting an actual microphone. And yeah, it's going to be pretty good. So, welcome to the first episode, guys. You wanna talk about the what happened recently with the Lions?
Oh my God! What? How'd they lose by 3?
That's what
up the whole
dude,
time.
that's what I'm fucking sad.
That's embarrassing. I'm like, bro, that's gotta be rigged though, cause Kansas City won too, man.
Dude, have you seen the recent memes that are going about? We're about to have the same Super Bowl that we had in 2020. And we're about to have the same election that we had in 2020.
Yeah.
With Trump and Biden. And we're going to have the same Super Bowl people in it. So now people are thinking that the Super Bowl is rigging the election.
Yeah, that makes sense. That will make sense. Fuck the NFL. They make a lot of things happen. How did Lamar Jackson suck that bad, bro?
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Kansas City should have won that, bro.
I don't think Kansas City should have won. I had a lot.
Wide receivers were asked the whole season, and then they decided to be good in the playoff game.
And I know 2 people from that fucking state that were just super upset about it. Like 2 people in the Xbox group that I record with, Red and I don't know what her Xbox name is now. I forgot. But they both live in that state, and they were both fucking ticked. I mean, I would too. Could you imagine if fucking OU lost by 3 points to fucking Texas?
Bro, that's some crazy shit. Bro.
Like, I know we'd be pissed if we were in the same situation.
Yeah. So, can't be saying the same thing, bro.
What? Dude, you are high.
You are high.
You're high.
You're high.
I'm not even that high. I'm more drunk than I am high.
You're right.
You wanna?
No.
Yeah, because you need to tone down.
I didn't go to bed.
You didn't even smoke last night, so your tolerance is a little.
I'm just trying to go to bed.
Just trying to go to bed.
Yeah. I've been trying to go to bed.
That ain't happening. You go to bed in 30 minutes.
It's like 25 now.
It's like 25 minutes. Yeah, you right.
Let's see. What about the Trump, rigged, bro? Like the Trump rigged election, bro? Trying to cut Trump out of the election.
That ain't gonna happen, bro. He's gonna be there 100%, dog.
He needs to be our fucking president, yeah, bro.
I wouldn't say he needs to be, but out of the candidates that are our options, I would pick that motherfucker any day of the week.
Yeah. Any day.
Any day of the week, man. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, I would have more. Like, I think I would be a better president than Joe Biden is.
For real.
Like, the marijuana laws would be extremely different, I'll just say that. And we'd be getting experimental and magic mushrooms if Congress let it happen. There would be alcohol would be raised to the age of 25 probably, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real. I would probably alcohol to the 25 age, because like I mean,
Yeah, that's a good idea.
dude, like honestly, 21 is too young.
Yeah, that do make sense.
Unless you're in the military.
Yeah.
You're in the military, because I hear people complain about that all the time. I can serve my country, but I can't drink. Yeah, okay. Our boys that are serving our country should be able to get a beer.
Yeah, they should.
They deserve it. They're serving them. They're helping them. Yeah, they need a beer. I don't know why America is strict like that.
Because now they're fucking the army over because America's turning fucking gay with Joe Biden.
Yeah, exactly, man. We're turning into a bunch of faggots. You know, I think that the LGBTQ has more rights than black people now.
Yes, it does.
Which is crazy to think about.
They can
Or
make
even
it fun.
even women for that matter. Like I think that if you go out and say that you are a trans woman, you will have more rights than if you say you are just a regular woman.
Mhm.
Like most jobs even ask, are you LGBTQ? And if you are, they have to hire you, or else you can sue them for being homophobic or whatever the fuck.
Mhm.
Or a lot of people do, so they've started adding that little checkbox there. It's fucking wild. That's why there's also a checkbox for veterans, because you see that all the time.
Yeah.
And a checkbox for if you're a different color than white, like Hispanic or Latino or whatever.
Mhm.
You're not drinking.
No, I'm just wondering.
Okay. I was about to, Isaac will kill me.
No.
Isaac would not be too happy if I gave you alcohol. Can you believe that this? Can you believe that we got here and we said, you know what, we need to start making bourbon? In 1795. All right, I got here on the fucking Mayflower. I need to start making bourbon. Like what the fuck?
How do you think of that?
I didn't even know Kentucky was a state in 1785.
For real, I didn't pay attention in this 2000.
I don't pay attention at all. I don't remember much from history. I remember the last like 200 years of history. I don't remember pretty much anything past that. I do remember because Wheeler was a pretty good teacher. I remember everything that he taught. Everything Wheeler taught, I remember. So everything from like the BC era to the 1500s.
How about Mr.
But Miss Seal, I completely forgot everything, and Miss Smith, I completely forgot everything as well. Coach Wheeler was the best history teacher I had. He made history fun.
Yeah, he did.
He made sure I learned that shit. Yeah, I definitely remember half of that shit. I still have my notebook from his class, dude.
I'm gonna tell Wheeler that you said what's up.
Dude, he was honestly the best history teacher.
I'm gonna tell him you said what's up, bro. He'll be like, hell yeah. Bro,
And even his which if you ever need a like elective that you need to like blow off, I would recommend his other class if he's the one that's teaching it, because they swap it between Miss Seal and Coach Wheeler. You gotta make sure he's the one that's teaching it. Fuck, what was it called? It was like, it wasn't current events. It was like world his. What's his? Is it modern? I think it's modern history. Is the elective, but it's like you watch a movie. All you do is watch movies in that class, and what you have to do is you have to write like an essay over that era, like anything from that era. Like, and you'll just do like from the 1910s to whatever. Dude, it's a fantastic fucking class. I had a great time. And I pretty much just Googled everything. I don't think you're gonna like Miss Smith. Most people don't.
I don't even have to take her, I don't think.
Could you have Fowler instead? Oh yeah, then you're good. I would have rather had Fowler.
Personal finance?
No, she's a history teacher. Who's the other history teacher? Is it Quisel?
Yeah.
You got Claysel?
Uh-huh.
Okay, then you don't have sticker. I would have rather had Claysel. Because Claysel seemed like he was a pretty good history
Bro, he is such a good. Bro, you gotta learn his passion for history. That's all.
I love history. History's great. I just hate shitty teachers that make education not as fun.
Yeah, bro, but he tells it like a story when he talks about it, bro.
See, and that's the same thing that Wheeler will do too. He'll tell stories and shit too.
Yeah.
I wish I had Claysel. We need a fun math teacher at that school, because I feel like nobody likes
Yes,
any of
Miss
them.
A.
Miss A?
Yeah, Miss A.
She must be a new one.
She's from Miss Oscar.
Oh yeah,
Cause
she's a new one.
no, she not. She old. She been subbing for a long time.
Miss Abercrombie?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're talking. Okay. Okay, I thought you meant a teacher that we had now. Miss Obscar needs to get the fuck out. She made everyone's life hell.
Mm.
Fowler would be a decent math teacher. He's pretty fun. He was pretty fun in personal finance. Zimmy? Zimmy is alright. He's definitely gotten strict
Oh yeah.
since I remember. Because whenever I first heard Zimmy, Zimmy was the math class he wanted. You know. But then I got his coach. At night school, Zimmerman is a totally different person. I will say that. Night school, he is just... he actually curses in the night school class. It's fantastic. They're like, you gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. Get back over there and sit down. I don't give a shit.
Did he really say that?
No, but he'll let out a curse word every now and then with us in the night school. It was great.
Do you remember a story? That can you tell a story about?
Dude, I can't remember. I have a picture of him absolutely bawling on a kid, or a video of him absolutely fucking dunking on a kid.
Let me see.
I can't throw it up. Wow, dude, it was fantastic. Just him absolutely dunking on a kid. Hold on. You don't want to look at my gallery, do you?
Oh.
Say 50.
850.
Yeah. Did you, Zimmerman was famous at one point. He got one of his videos featured on like sports channel or something.
Yeah.
Where's this? Yeah, this kid was mad. Yeah, Ziggy fucking shit on that kid the entire time. It was crazy, dude. Tell the podcast a little about yourself, because they already know enough about me, right?
Come on.
Zach, he played football.
Yeah.
He liked football.
Yeah.
He also fucks with basketball,
Yeah.
weightlifting,
Yeah.
enjoys marijuana, even though you haven't seen him take a hit this entire fucking time.
Don't do it a lot no more.
Don't do it a lot no more. But he will probably be a guest on this podcast, or if not the co-host, because I really need a co-host. I wouldn't say I need a co-host. I just feel like podcasts always normally perform better with a co-host instead of just a host-to-guest system.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Because then there's another talk with if you run out of shit to talk about.
Yeah, because then that man could talk about that.
Exactly. So that's why I'm like, because Joe Rogan is a different story. Joe Rogan has just asked the cameraman questions if he can't think of shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a co-host. but we can't afford cameramen. We don't have any money. Right? I'm recording all this, I'm editing all this, I'm posting all this, I'm managing all this. The only thing that other people do with my channel is my friends, and that is my gaming friends. They're the only people who have like maybe any possible co-ownership of this channel. So now you're about to have a decent chunk of it if we do the podcast. Obviously, I own 100% until they sign a fucking contract and we start getting paid, but you know, that's besides the point. And at that point, I'm going to have to move the podcast to a separate channel if it's doing well enough, and I'm going to have to move the gaming to a separate channel if it's doing well enough, because I'm obviously going to have to figure out how to split up everyone's pay. Because obviously I can't just give them 25% of what I make, because I also make vlogs and podcasts and all that shit on this channel. Alright. I think we need another bowl. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, okay? Jesus. And people call me an alcoholic. This kid's fucking making me jump kidding. That's the going joke, my friend.
Remember what you said earlier?
What did I say earlier? That I only drink, yeah. That's the thing. I only drink like once or twice a month, but like.
You do it all out.
And do all out whenever I do it. But I've got, that's the running joke in my Xbox friend group, is that I'm an alcoholic instead of a stoner. And it's fantastic. Anytime I'll be like, oh, I'm just fucking, I'm having a couple drinks tonight, boys. I'm getting a little drunk, and then fucking Dolphin will be like, oh, Dad's drinking again. Gotta lock myself in my room while he beats Mom. Every fucking time. Is that the last? Oh shit, this is the last part.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
That's saving, man.
It's okay, we'll restock. We're restocking, guys. This isn't the last. I'm getting. We're restocking, okay? I'm going to the dispo sometime this week. I just haven't been able to afford to go, and now I can go. All right. We're going to the dispo, we're getting half an ounce of some good shit, we're getting an ounce of some mediocre shit probably, we're going to get some dabs, we're going to get some edibles, we're going to get some carts for the podcast, we're going to leave them out here, we're not going to fuck with them, we're only going to smoke, like, you know, our shit at night, and then during the I want to get back to not smoking 24/7, I want to get back to smoking maybe like once or twice a day, instead of like smoking, coming out here like 3, 4, 5 times a day.
Yeah.
Because that's what's running through our weed, is me just fucking coming out here every fucking hour and a half.
Yeah.
Dude, you good over there?
Yep.
You just look like you're
I'm
fucked.
tired, bro.
I can tell, man.
Exhausted from today.
Yeah, tell me about your day. How about that? Tell me about your day.
Fuck that shit. Shoot, boners, fuck.
Motherfucker.
Weightless jockey.
I had to deal with so much weightlifting shit.
Bro, kids be annoying, bro. Headache, we ain't got a headache. Kids were banging the weights when they were fucking deadlifting, bro.
Yeah.
Shit was like clinging because the weights weren't all pushed together. So I was like, fuck that, bro. I was like, I'm not even gonna weight jockey for a second. And then this bro walked over.
You works at a gym, by the way.
Started weight jockeying. And then I was like, bro, fuck you, get off the weight jockey, because that's supposed to be me.
Yeah.
And then bro was like, well, I'm doing your job. I was like, well, do your fucking job. You're a judge.
Yeah.
Like, get over there.
Fucking hell, dude. We need more gyms in this area. We need a better gym around here.
For real, fuck Planet Fitness.
Fuck Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is ass. Anytime is like mediocre. Peak is too fucking expensive. It's like we need like we need like a gold gym or something. Or a well, the YMCA is not really a gym. It's just kind of like, you know?
Yeah, because kind of got tore down.
I haven't been to the Y. I just know that the Y is like a swimming pool. There's like a mediocre gym.
How do you get in?
I said I haven't been in.
But how do you get in?
You gotta fill out the membership or some bullshit. It's like a private club. I don't fucking. It wasn't worth my time. Whatever it was. All I know is people use the parking lot to practice driving, and that's really all that the Y got used for. But the one that they have nicer ones that have like water slides and shit outside of them in like Midwest City.
Yeah.
Because my uncle took me to one that was really nice, and dude, it was a great time. But the one that we have is just dog shit.
Yeah. So, when you drink the rest of that,
Yes, I'm working on it.
slowing down, like
I've been sipping on it.
Seems like you're getting.
I've been sipping on it. Have I not?
Oh, it's not that going. Whoa, what was that fast sip?
That was a shot. I'll tell you that much. Look at that. I got like maybe like a shot and a half left.
Mm.
This bottle was halfway full. I was gonna trade it for a 3.5, but the guy didn't want it. So I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna drink this. We're gonna record the podcast." Go ahead. I would have traded it for the 3.5 though. I will say that. I would rather have weed than a bottle of bourbon. I prefer smoking over drinking any time of the week. Any time. Fuck. I do not want to promote drinking. I do not want to promote vaping. Vaping is bad for you. Don't ever pick it up. Trust me, man. That shit'll kill your lungs. Did you hear that they're banning it in Europe?
Yeah, it's just too.
They're just completely banning it in a lot of countries, and in the United States, they're thinking about raising the age up to 25.
Yeah.
Because, dude, I mean, we don't know the long-term side effect. I mean, I don't want to judge people that are vaping. You know, I know plenty of people who are. You know, but
Doesn't mean that happen.
I mean, you don't hit your vape like most vapors do. You'll hit your vape maybe once or twice in like a quick little sitting.
Yeah.
You won't sit there and be like,
That's what
I gotta get my buzz every time, you know.
every other second, man.
Yeah, those guys. But I think you're fine. But it's those people that like constantly hit it that are going to have severe health problems in their 30s.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, I mean, we don't know the one. I mean, I only drink once or twice per month, maybe 3 times. I know. I'm looking at the camera. It clearly says. It said 25 last time I looked at it. Now it says 140. So we're gonna keep going.
It says what?
Don't worry, we're gonna keep going for a little while, man.
It's 140.
What?
What is 140?
I don't know why it stopped recording at 23, I think, and it just randomly started a new recording. So we got a couple more minutes. We'll finish this bottle and then I'll stop the recording. How's that sound?
Yeah.
What was I talking about? You stopped me.
I don't know.
God damn it, that was on a good topic.
Spicy.
Oh yeah, drinking. But dude, you drink like my fucking dad did, dude. You're gonna be fucked. Right? Your kidneys are gonna be fucked. Your liver's gonna be fucked.
My mom's dad is fucked, bro.
You guys out there.
He's on all type of shit. Livers removed, fucking everything's fucked in his body. Can't move nowhere. But he deserves it though.
I think that's what caused my dad's cancer. Because he did not drink a single drop of water. He did not drink, like, the only water he drank was tea. And even then, he didn't drink that much of it. The only thing he drank all day, every day, beer, beer, beer. I need beer. Beer, 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 scotch, scotch, beer, beer, whiskey. Sometimes tequila if I feel like dabbling in it, wine. He only drank alcohol. And also smoked, like, all the fucking, he'd go through like 2 packs in a day, right? Fucking, and I think that's what caused it mostly. There's no way that's not what caused it. Cause like, dude, you drink a fucking 30 pack every goddamn day. That's gonna do something to you, man. did not pick up any addiction genetics at all from my fucking dad's side of the family, and I'm super happy about that because they get addicted to shit easily. Gambling, there's a big gambling addiction in my family. Not a big one. There's like one or two people. I mean, I meant to say there's a big tobacco is a big one in my family. Everybody has fucking vaped, smoked tobacco, been addicted to it. Except for my uncle's goody two shoes, but my uncle is addicted to is making money. He's all about, I gotta invest as much as possible. I gotta make money. I gotta reinvest all that to make more money. He doesn't enjoy his money. That's why I don't understand. I get being rich and I get investing your shit, but I also, whenever I get rich, I want to enjoy my money too. Invest half, enjoy half. I don't want to be like my uncle where he just invests 100% all the time until he's fucking 60, and then at that point you ain't got much time left to enjoy your shit. You know, he's been driving a fucking car from 2005 and he's a multi-millionaire. I'm like, dude, you could be driving a fucking Lamborghini or at least a Porsche.
What is it?
And he's like, well, I just gotta keep making money. I don't know what to tell you. And I'm like, dude, like you could be driving. You have 3 cars. You drive a shitty 2005 GMC. You drive a 2005 Jeep Wrangler or 2010. I don't remember which one. It's either 2005 or 2010. And you drive the 2005 Honda Civic, which you're giving to me. And I'm like, for all 3 of those cars, you could have at least had like a brand new car. And he's like, well, I don't know. I just like to invest all my money. I don't know what to tell you. So I'm like, fuck, dude. Like if I had a few million, I'd be buying me.
Give me the Wrangler.
What?
Give me the Wrangler.
I'm not giving you the
Wrangler. Oh.
I'm not getting a Wrangler.
Come on.
I'm not getting another Wrangler. I don't.
Wow.
I need to tell you how shitty.
How about a Hellcat?
Jeep Wranglers are so dog shit.
How about a Hellcat?
Like they're we need to talk about how shitty Jeep Wranglers are. Their center of gravity is so fucked.
Yeah, it is.
Their gravity, they flip constantly, and people don't realize this whenever they're buying one. The gas mileage is super shit. You're talking about driving the you're driving, they're shitty for a daily driver, let's just say that. They're not comfortable, they're shitty for a daily driver, they're meant to be off-roaders, you know. Use them on the weekend. I will probably be getting the truck. Because fuck all that.
Yeah, okay.
But Hellcat.
It's up to you.
We're gonna get matching Hellcats, my boy, don't worry about it.
Let's go. Let's go.
Or we could get like, you know, like, you could get like, what color do you want?
Gray.
You want gray? What color stripes would you want on gray?
Black.
Okay, you could get gray and black with black stripes, and then I could get black with gray stripes.
Okay, great.
And that shit would be fire as fuck.
Yeah. Or, hear me out. You could go black, like car, yellow stripe, and I go yellow car.
Oh no, I'm not doing black, yellow. I'm doing yellow, black. I'm sorry, man. Yellow is my favorite color.
Okay, so then I'll go black.
You do black, yellow?
Yeah.
Do you want a single stripe or 2 stripes?
2 stripes. Single cold.
I would probably just do a single stripe. No, with if I'm doing yellow, I do double black.
Yeah.
Have I told you what I want? Dude, I definitely want a Porsche in my car collection. Gotta get the Hellcat. Gotta get the Lamborghini Diablo. Porsche is my dream car, though.
Mm-hmm.
I want a Porsche 911. I hear only good things. It's probably the first, like, expensive car I'm gonna buy is a Porsche 911.
Yeah.
They're good on gas. They're fast. You don't really got to worry about them breaking down. They're cheap to repair because they're Volkswagen parts. I think they're Volkswagen parts. I could be wrong about that. They're super easy to repair. We'll go. Hold on. Hold on. I had to suck that shit. Goddamn. And then, what's your dream car besides a Hellcat? Like, what is the car you would buy whenever? What's the first car you're buying whenever that you know will be reliable whenever you get money? Like, this is the first car you want to get. You know it'll be good for a while until you like get enough money to buy a second really good car, you know? What's the first one you're buying?
Honda Civic.
I'm talking about like, well, I'm talking about like in the 100,000s.
Oh,
Like once we get to the,
Volkswagen.
well, I think that's like a $20,000 car. We're talking like Lamborghini Aventadors and shit.
Fuck that shit, Volkswagen.
What kind of Volkswagen?
Just a normal one.
Like a Jetta?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we'll say you'll get an Audi S8 instead of a Volkswagen. 'Cause
Oh shit.
it's the exact same thing pretty much, just a little bit more expensive, a little bit better parts.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Which honestly, I would, not the S, I wouldn't get the S8, but if I'm buying an Audi, boy, I would love an R8.
I want already.
I would love an R8, dude. Like, whenever I get there, car companies out there, be prepared. I'm gonna be forking over millions for you to remake cars, okay? Like, I need you to remake like 3 Hellcats. I need you to remake an Audi R8, because they're getting rid of all these cars this year, or last year. I need you to remake a Camaro, because, dude, I need to buy so many fucking Hellcats, it's unbelievable. Do you know how many people in the friend group want a goddamn Hellcat? You want a Hellcat? Zane wants a Hellcat. I want a Hellcat. My mom wants a Hellcat. Everybody wants a fucking Hellcat in the group, and I'm like, God damn it! I'm just gonna have to email Dodge at this point and be like, remake me a Hellcat, please.
Plus 9.
Zane specifically wants a new Hellcat, as new as you can get. Or any new muscle car. He would be happy with a Camaro, but he specifically said, I want a Hellcat. You know? And I'm like, okay, I'll work on it, Zane. No, if we get famous, don't worry. I'll make sure to take care of you, bud, because you were back there with dumbasses in color, you know?
Yeah. Back in the group.
And Zane is still in videos today, you know?
Yeah.
He hasn't popped up in one in a minute, but he's still around and popping. You suck at checking the time on my phone. My phone may be dead. I don't know. Have you heard the people that are thinking that 9/11 was staged by the American government?
Yeah.
Like, that shit's fucking crazy, dude. Like, why would, I mean, I could see it.
Yeah.
What if 9/11 was a UFO?
Could have been.
Or at least the first plane. We didn't get footage of the first plane. We only got footage of the second one, right? I think. We may have gotten a little, I don't know. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. Did we get footage of what the first plane was? Do we even know if the first plane was even a plane? Was it a UFO? Because that shit would be crazy. That's another thing people are talking about. We're thinking that aliens are going to discover us not because they need resources like water or anything. We're thinking that aliens are going to discover us because of how much trash we have put in space. We have, like, Jesse, throw up a picture of how much trash is orbiting space. Because people are starting to get concerned to the point where, like, we're not even going to be able to get to Mars at this point. There's so much trash out there. It is just space parts.
Oh, shit.
Like spaceship parts. Like, imagine if us getting to the moon is what prevented us from getting to Mars. Like, we gotta get up there and clean that shit, guys. Mr. Beast, get on that.
Don't get on that seaboat though. The one that went on the deep water.
Oh yeah, don't do that. They did make which I haven't seen any updates on this, but some kid, and I haven't heard from him since, or I haven't seen shit on him since. Some kid discovered bacteria that eats plastic. And it would just completely solve our landfill problem. And then another guy invented robots that eat trash out of the sea. And all these people are just, and then another guy figured out how to turn his car into a water engine. And another guy figured out how to make a generator out of water, like powered off of water instead of gas, like a full generator that could power a house out of water. And all these people have gone missing since.
Yeah.
People don't fucking, dude, you're saying yeah a lot. No comment, just yeah. Put a
I know you're just right, bro.
Throw up a yeah counter. You want another hit of this shit before we go in?
No.
Are you sure?
I'm fine.
Because it'll.
Bro.
Alright, I'm making sure it doesn't wear off for you, man. Because the other night I know it wore off. I was about to say, dude, I'm drunk, so I don't need more of this shit.
Bro, a kid today passed out picking up weight.
How much did he lift?
Oh shit, it was like 300 something, bro.
That's more than I can lift, I'll admit that.
Like 380 pounds, bro.
Like, I hate to admit it, I'm a big dude, but I cannot lift that much. I don't know how much I lifted last time I tried to do a bench press. I know Bobby knows, but Bobby didn't tell me. Because I think he was kind of disappointed. But I cannot lift a lot of, I think the most I could bench is, my body weight is 220. I think I can bench 180. I'm not a strong dude.
Yeah.
Like, I need to get on that
I
shit.
think, bro, so today in the gym, like when we were doing the whole weight jockey thing, bro, I got underneath the squat thing, so I could do my own thing. And I squatted, like I went to pick 315 up, bro, and it felt light, but I didn't want to squat it because I don't want to get in trouble.
Dude, like, I need to start, that's what I should ask for Christmas. I should ask for a nice weight set, and then you can help me, you can be my coach. Because I need to get built, dude.
How do you do that food?
I'm trying to get built, I'm trying to get skinny, and then, which honestly right now I'm at the weight where I can start bulking, and then I'd be like set.
Yeah.
Like right now I'm the perfect weight for that. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that means all healthy from here on out.
What would you recommend? Would you recommend I start building muscle now, or would you recommend I get skinny then build muscle?
Build muscle now. Do push-ups, do like jumping jacks.
Well, I do all that. I do all that like every other day. You know, I make sure I get into my routine, little workout like that. But I'm talking about like, you know, if I get like a weight set and bench press out of here.
Oh yeah, I can help you with that.
All right. Because I also need a spotter for that.
Yeah,
for sure.
Okay. That'd be nice, so then I could lift.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. It'd benefit both of us because I need to start, you know, getting built, and you need to. That would help you regularly practice. I might ask my dad for that for my birthday.
When is your birthday?
A nice wet May 18th. 3 months.
You died, yo. Oh, I'm good.
You gonna go in?
Yeah.
All right, he's going in. My co-host is going in.
It's a good night, boys. See how boys
I'll
live.
stay out here with y'all for a couple more minutes and then I'll go in myself. Don't lock that door.
I'm locking it.
Fuck you, don't do it. I'll fucking motherfucker. Don't do it. Don't do it. If he does it, he's not getting my co-host position. But yeah, this is it. But yeah, guys, this is the first episode. This is not what you should expect every time. This is just a first time, you know. We're sitting here at a fucking desk in my shed. We're working on moving. We got the table, we got the chairs, we got a microphone, we got all the recording shit on the way. It's all ordered. It'll be coming in. The second episode of the podcast is going to be much better. Zach is probably going to be my co-host if I'm being honest. Unless like anybody else approaches me that is like interested that I know better than Zach. Because Zach is I know he will be a decent co-host. today, I kind of made him record tonight because he didn't really want to record. I wanted to get an episode of the podcast out. So I was like, Zach, come on, let's just go out there, let's record a little bit, maybe 30 minutes tops. He's like, okay, alright, we can do it. And he's just super tired tonight, guys. But I know that Zach would be a fantastic co-host. Because here's what Zach can bring to the table, right? I'm obviously just a stoner, but I don't fuck with sports at all. I don't fuck with sports. I fuck with current events, kinda, and I fuck with history, and I fuck with, like, computers and gaming and shit. But Zach over here is a fucking sports expert, and I know that he would bring some awesome fucking shit to the table. Like, I tried to, dude, he's a fantastic football player. I know that. He's a fantastic weightlifter for how little he is. Yeah, he's a good fucking basketball player too. I know that. He's a fantastic friend too. I think he'd be a fantastic co-host. He could bring some topics to the table that I would not ever bring or think about. Like the only sport that I watch is hockey and the Super Bowl. I don't watch anything else. I may watch my team every now, my OU team football every now, or OSU every now and then. But like I don't fuck with football. I don't really like basketball. I never really cared for any other sport besides hockey. Hockey is just my shit. And even then, I haven't fucked with hockey. I haven't watched a hockey game in like 2 years, because I've just never really been interested in sitting down and watching a hockey game as much as I used to be. I much prefer going to them in physical than watching them on TV. There's just something different about physically being at a game. Which that's another thing. I much more enjoy football games at like being there in physical person. Physically in person, I feel like I enjoy a football game much more than if I'm watching it on TV. And that's with every single sport I've went to, including baseball even. Like I love every sport that I go to in person, but whenever I watch that sport on TV, I just immediately become disinterested in it. I think I'm just much more of a live action guy whenever it comes to sports and shit like that. Like, because every time I go to them in person, it's just a fantastic time all the time. By the way, I did not drink this whole bottle. I started at half, just for the record. Uh, I don't like to drink a lot whenever well, let me correct myself. I don't like to drink a lot. I like to drink once or twice a month. I've said that a couple times. Whenever I drink, there's the occasional time that I get super fucked up, blackout, and then there's the times where I'm just like, oh, I'm only gonna drink like half the bottle, and then we'll call it good. Maybe like a full bottle. There's hardly now. Back whenever I was in high school, oh fuck, dude. Oh god, I used to get blackout any opportunity I could, or try to get blackout. I never successfully really got black. I've only gotten successfully blackout twice. I don't remember the first time, and the second time was with Bobby. Yeah, that's feeling good. I like Jim Beam. Jim Beam is probably my favorite bourbon out there, if I'm being honest. That's wrong. I'm sorry. It's not my favorite bourbon. It's my favorite bourbon for the price. For the price point, for fucking for $15, I can go get a nice 16-ounce bottle of Jim Beam, have me a good time. If I drink half the bottle, if I drink the full bottle, I'll have a great time. Because I don't drink that much as I used to. But my favorite bourbon is Wellerman. Fucking the Green Label one is just my favorite bourbon. I love that one so much. It's just, I think it's Wellerman Reserve, some shit like that. I don't know. It's my favorite one. It's Green Label. I love it so much. Best bourbon out there by far, in my opinion. But obviously, I can't afford a fucking $200 bottle of bourbon every time. I've only had that bottle once, and even then, I drank maybe like a third of the bottle because Dad gave me the leftovers whenever he had a buddy over. You know, so Jim Beam is my favorite for the price. But if I want to up the price a little bit, I've never had any other bourbon besides Jim Beam really. Oh, I love Maker's Mark. If I had to up the price, I'd get Maker's Mark. Maker's Mark is my usual go-to if I can afford a fucking $30 bottle of bourbon, you know. But if I can't, I just go for Jim Beam, you know. Yeah, I'm pretty good right now. That's for sure. Pretty good. Pretty good. Just taking these last couple bong rips. But this will this will be what the podcast is quite regularly. But we're gonna move the table in here. We got shit to put on the shelves, like my bongs. We got weed. We're gonna have much more weed than what we had today. And we're obviously gonna have people smoking unless, by the way, that's not all that this podcast will be. This podcast will not just be about smoking. This podcast will also have fucking sports related topics. This podcast will have gaming related topics. This podcast will have current events related topics. I mean, just, it really depends. This podcast, I want it to be focused on the guests. I want it to be a stoner podcast, obviously, right? But I don't want it to mainly be a stoner podcast. I would also like the guest to have choice. So if the guest doesn't want us to smoke weed on that episode of the podcast, like obviously my roommates, if they want to be on the podcast, my roommates Isaac and Allie, aka my best friends in the whole wide world, besides Jackson, you know, if they want to be on the podcast, obviously they can't smoke weed. Isaac can smoke a little bit. He can smoke dab pens, and that's it. Only dab pens. He can't drink. Doesn't like to drink. So you know, obviously, if Isaac wants to come on the podcast, I'll be like, okay, we can have dab pens. You know, he can smoke maybe like 1 or 2 hits. He doesn't like to smoke that much. Allie can't smoke at all. If she wants to come on the podcast, I mean, we can do edibles. She can't do any sort of weed at all. She is just completely allergic to it. So obviously, if I have a guest that doesn't like weed, doesn't want to do weed, we're working on medical mushrooms if they want to do those, and obviously alcohol, and we're also working on just being a sober podcast as well. Like, it just really depends on what the guest wants. We are going to try to be a guest-focused podcast. If the guest doesn't want us smoking on that episode, we won't smoke, okay? You want to pop mushrooms? Okay, we'll pop mushrooms. All right, we'll do mushrooms this episode. All right, you want to drink this episode? All right, we'll drink a little bit this episode, you know. Zach obviously want to drink. Zach can't drink. Zach's underage. Zach is way too underage. I'm obviously of age to drink. Zach is not. He can't drink. So that's why you didn't see him drinking here today. And obviously he's too much of an athlete to even drink. Obviously you see me, I'm a piece of shit, I'm gonna drink. You know. Maybe mix all three. This podcast will never promote vaping. I do not promote vaping. I fucking hate vaping. I think that vaping is a fucking toxic chemical. We need to get rid of it. I do not, dude, vaping is such a shitty habit. Like, we need to just fuck vaping, dude. I will never promote any form of hard drugs. Anything harder than, I want to say, acid. Acid we may do once or twice, you know, on this podcast. But we are never going to do anything like cocaine or meth. We're mostly going to be weed, mushrooms, and alcohol. I don't even want to promote cigarettes. Nicotine in general is just a shitty fucking. I don't like to promote drugs that are, you know, man-made. I like to promote drugs that came out of the ground naturally, that God intended to be here, and that don't produce risk of overdose as much, or, you know, fuck people up as much as like cocaine, fentanyl, you know, fucking meth. You know, mushrooms, take like half a gram of mushrooms, you know, you'll be like, ooh, like, what's this, what's that? Obviously be in a good mindset if you're going to take mushrooms. Alright? If you're trying mushrooms, do not be in a bad mindset. You gotta be in a decent mindset if you're going to do a full trip. Okay? But if you're in a bad mindset, I recommend taking like a quarter of a mushroom, half of a mushroom. Don't do more than that. Because you're gonna be tripping, you're gonna have a bad time. Nobody likes having a bad time on shrooms. It's just, ugh. Like, the most I've ever done, I've taken the mushroom gummies that are medical, that they sell in the dispensaries here. They're pretty good. I didn't trip. I had a really good time though. But I've never done like a full mushroom. I've only done like a microdose on mushrooms. So, because I've never been in the right mindset to take a full trip dose of mushrooms. So, do not take mushrooms if you are not in a good mindset. Take like maybe half, maybe a quarter. You know, see what that does. You know, it'll change your mindset a little bit. It'll make you feel a little happier. It'll make you be more interested in shit. You won't be tripping. You won't be having a bad time. Okay? That is my advice to people out there. Okay. But yeah, tell me what y'all thought of the first episode of the podcast with my buddy Zach here. Zach maybe becomes the co-host. I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. He might be the co-host. You know. If y'all like him enough, I'll make him the co-host. YouTube just thinks that he. Here's the problem with Zach. Okay. YouTube doesn't think he's 18. So I can't have him like, you know? Like, that's the problem with Zach. YouTube doesn't think he's 18. He's just not the age to drink, okay? He is the age to smoke weed here. That is for damn sure. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good. And yeah, next time you see us, we're gonna have a completely different set. So be prepared for that. These chairs won't even be here. You know, this desk, you won't be seeing us on. You won't be seeing us at this desk. We're going to be back there with a table and 4 chairs, or multicolored chairs, as a matter of fact. They're fantastic. They're not the good chairs. They just look kind of cool. But the table was the perfect size. I had to grab it. Some dude was like, "Yo, you want this table? I'm like moving, and I can't take it anywhere." I was like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take that table," and he's just giving it to me for free. So it's really fucking cool. That dude has also given us a studio light. He gave us the heating system. He gave us the speaker system for this podcast. So really, he's came in clutch. Obviously, I'm having to fork over microphone, audio, cameras. I don't even know if this podcast is going to record properly because I honestly only recorded on this camera once. And my computer didn't like it the first time, so I don't know if it's going to work the second time. I formatted the SD card to see if it'll work, so we'll see. I have no idea. I'm so fucked. Like I know y'all are gonna call me a pussy. Like I could drink more. I can drink and not be worried about it. As long as I don't mix my colors. you know. But like, dude, I don't drink that often, so a little bit gets me fucked. But once I start going, it's good. I'm good. Like once I start going, I'm good. I can handle myself. But like, that little bit got me good. I'll say that, especially since I'm doing a mix. And yeah, that's the first episode of the Smoke Shop. Peace, guys. Peace, guys.